Oh, hi, hello! Zabricus here with the inaugural episode of Untapped, the show where I quickly review various news and absurdities in the world of Magic the Gathering from the past week, like the announcements within announcements on top of announcements that were released by Wizards of the Coast last week, October 16th through October 23rd, 2023. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and roast me in the comments like we all know that you're going to do anyway. Alright, so it was a week full of Magic announcements and drama. In fact, it seems like there was a new big announcement dropped almost every day last week by Wizards of the Coast, with a double whammy on Monday the 16th alone. And I'm not even referring to the $12 Dominaria Jumpstart Booster Box Fire Sale on Amazon. No, the week started with the long-awaited emergency ban announcements. Many took to Twitter and TikTok with their ban predictions, the majority of which were centered around cards like Grief, Orcish Bowmasters, The One Ring, Karn, and Sheoldred the Apocalypse. But it seems that it's not just the One Ring that's indestructible, as it was declared that there would be no updates to the banned and restricted list at this time. So the only scam is that Rakdos Scam is going to remain the bane of Modern's existence. But they were all of them deceived. For within mere hours of the uneventful ban announcement, Wizards revealed their plan to, in essence, ban and rebalance their own iconic product line with the emergence of play boosters. Both set boosters and draft boosters are being scrapped in favor of a hybrid of the two called play boosters. Play boosters will be draftable and contain 15 cards. And their slots 1 through 6 will have commons. Slot 7 is either a list card or another common. 8 through 10 are uncommons. 11 is a rare or mythic rare. 12 is a basic land. 13 is a non-foil wild card, with 14 being a foiled wild card. And slot 15 will continue to have a 25% chance at actually being anything more than something that makes it to your trash can. Meaning that it will actually be a token and add a helper card or an art card. The booster boxes will contain 36 packs like a regular draft box, but the prices will be higher than even a set booster box, with set booster boxes currently being around $120 to $130 for a regular set. These new boxes may be closer to $140 or $150. This is the news that has many draft enthusiasts and local game stores concerned. Many game stores already make such little profit on their draft events, relying more on an influx of bodies in the store that will hopefully buy other things beyond an event entry. People have also stated their fears about the expected rise in cost to pre-release kits, worrying that a single kit could now be $40. Wizards tries to justify this new pricing by emphasizing that play boosters will have more rares or mythic rares, thus getting more value out of the boosters. That cost justification is further balanced by the play booster boxes having more packs than a traditional set box, so 36 instead of 30. More packs in a set box and more rares than a draft box means more money leaving your wallet that you should probably just spend on singles. But you absolutely won't, because you're addicted to opening little packages of cardboard. These boosters will begin in the new year with the new set release of Murders at Karlov Manor. And with this new announcement on the heels of a lackluster ban announcement, naturally the MTG social media landscape lost its collective mind, as it has for the millionth time this year, claiming that this will be the end of Magic. This was, of course, worsened and further taken out of context when Magic Godfather Mark Rosewater made this tweet. If we didn't do anything, draft boosters were going away. This whole change was to save drafting and other limited formats. People took this to assume that the Hasbro higher-ups wanted to do away with draft as a format entirely, rather than realize the market forces of supply and demand. And Wizards has clearly caught on to the community backlash toward corporate greed and published their own version of 10 reasons why they unalived their own products in the same article, where they are explaining how the new product works. You can find these details and explanations on the Magic website that I've also conveniently linked down below. But will this merger be a good move for Wizards, or will we see play boosters for $12 in a future Amazon fire sale? We'll just have to wait and see. But let's move on to our main phase for the week and the other big announcements the Wizards made. So on Thursday, Wizards finally released some substantial spoilers for Universes Beyond Fallout in their irregularly scheduled weekly MTG episode of Twitch. They revealed a handful of cards and mechanics for the Commander Precon set coming out on March 8th, 2024. The set is over-encumbered with a post-apocalyptic flair and flavor, combining fan favorites from across the multi-game series. From Good Boys to thinking yet again about the Roman Empire this week, there's a lot to love from this specialty set. The mechanic Energy will make its first return to the game since Kaladesh, and mechanics like Split Second, Monstrosity, and Squad will also be making a return. A new mechanic, Radiation, with rad counters, will also be introduced. Just like in the games, too much radiation can have consequences. If collecting bobbleheads in the games wasn't enough for you, all of the special Vault Boy bobbleheads will be available as serialized cards. Now, it seems like the only downside to the set thus far is that we can't actually use bottle caps to buy the cards. However, 4 days later, on Monday the 23rd, Wizards dropped an atomic bomb with the teaser reveal of MTG Marvel. Bet you didn't have that on your Magic Bingo card. Most of us assumed that the closest Magic was ever going to get to a Marvel crossover was the blatant endgame reskin as the Phyrexian arc in the Magic story from the past 2 years. But we all know that giant corporations with rabid fans love a good team up, and the Avengers are pretty much planeswalkers anyway. Little has been revealed about the set yet, but I think it's safe to assume that the crossover will be more comics-based rather than cinematic movie magic, since the collab is specifically with Marvel and not Marvel Studios, and the licensing rights for the MCU would be astronomical. What we do know is that this collab will be released in 2025 alongside another Spider-Man movie. Probably. It's like about time they reboot that series again, right? In a press release from October 23rd, Hasbro president Cynthia Williams mentioned that they are going to collaborate with Marvel to bring its iconic characters to fans around the world in new ways, and that these tentpole sets will build on the tradition of incorporating beloved fan favorite characters and elements from world-class brands into Magic the Gathering. We could end up having cards like Captain Jeskai, the Incredible Hulkgoyf, Thoracle, or even Gambit. Or maybe we'll just get some reskinned Marvel Snap cards. Whatever we get, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of it, considering they mentioned tentpole sets, plural. Wizards also finally revealed the details for their next convention happening in Chicago on February 23rd through the 25th, 2024. Why Wizards decided that the windy and blisteringly cold city was the place to be in the middle of winter defies all logic, but maybe it will be part of the murder mystery of Carlisle Manor. If you're a content creator, exhibitor, press, panelist, artist, be sure to check the application deadlines to get your stuff submit in time. Everyone else, get your travel and hotel figured out now while things are maybe still affordable. And while many of us were only dreaming about the gathering, many were living the dream at various in-person events this past weekend. There was Command Fest Orlando, put on by Cool Stuff Inc., where you didn't actually run into Florida Man. There was the annual TwitchCon Las Vegas, where it was revealed that streamers are finally allowed to live in this century and simulcast on any platform. So be on the lookout for your favorite MTG creators exploring other social media universes and beyond. And there was CubeCon in Madison, Wisconsin, where over 400 players partook in specialty-themed cubes and events like Cubioki. And for the edgy and introverted Magic players, there was even an online Pauper EDH tournament put on by MTG TikTok's favorite satirical antihero, Malthound. Now, if that wasn't enough announcements and events for you this past week, don't worry. Spoilers for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Magic's newest set, go into full force this week. Speaking of which, I have some Ixalan cards to spoil myself on October 27th. So stay tuned. And with that, this show will move to its end step, and we'll see you on our next upkeep. Bye!